guide, and in the name, I am pretty sure I did not capitalize arc, so don't get on me about that. But today we will be doing her guide, and she's one of the more interesting. She's one of the more interesting servants in my personal opinion, just because not only is she a ruler, but I mean, there's a few twists to her that I enjoyed while playing as her, most definitely. And I'd like to apologize ahead of time, because right now I'm eating. So, you got a problem with that? You know, go fuck yourself. So, but Jeanne is a very I wouldn't say she's hard, but she's a strategy character, and by that I mean she's not like the other servants so far. Like, you have to plan her moves and you have to kind of land them more carefully than with any of the others. Especially with how I play her, you really have to plan it. I'll be right back. Shit. There's something that came up, I have to take care of it. So, I'll be right back, guys. I apologize for that, guys. I had to start some food, start cooking something, but like I was saying, you know, Jeanne D'arc, she's very, besides the fact that, you know, she's sexy. Let's ignore the fact that she looks, you know, hella good. I mean, and look at them titties. But besides the fun little comments I have on the side like that, she's definitely more complex to play than the others, and you can't just play her hoping to, you know, just do whatever the fuck you want. She's got some, you know, with how I play her, I go all or nothing. And by all or nothing, I mean, because of how many skills are like this, I designed her to do this. So, because of most of the skills I use on her, son of a bitch. Sorry about that. I knocked my earpiece out of my ear. So, but because of the way I decided to build her, she's gonna be very different from what you will see, and usually this is not my typical build for her, but for once it is. So, yeah, let's get to it. So Jeanne D'arc, she has an attack power of 1,500. Damn. And, she has a defense of 165. Which is really nice. Which, that is going to really help in the entire long run, because if she didn't have that high of a defense, this build would not work as well as I hope it to. So, yeah. And, she's very... The defense is a huge thing I'm gonna be leaning on, but it's not what I'm leaning on. So, the active skills I chose on her. The first skill I chose to put on her because, it was one of those things, like, these were, like, it was tricky on how to build her, because after noticing a few key things, I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna be hard to play with. So, and for the most part, like, I can guarantee she will not be used in PvP very often. Like, she's a sacrifice, is what I'm gonna say. You will put all or nothing into the fight, and that is completely true, to be honest. So, yeah. But with how I built this, Flag of Steel. It has an attack power of 19.20 with cooldown of 9 seconds. It's a rush attack skill, so much like Hippogriff and those other attack skills, that's what that is. She's just gonna, it's a rush attack. She's gonna pretty much just rush forward, smacking you with her flag. It's hilarious at times, but the entire concept of, flag as a weapon. But I mean, it's a very nice, decent powered, and it's a nice cooldown, makes it very useful. So, next up, we have a ruler class skill, and this is technically our very first, one of the two, and I will say there's only 2 of rulers in this entire game, which, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. I wasn't too disappointed with that, because there's only 1 instance of a ruler. I think there may be in, like, no, actually there's multiple rulers, but not like servant type rulers. They're just all around regular people, like master rulers, which don't even get me started on that. But besides the point. So yeah. So one of the things is the next one is Fires of Purification. What you're gonna do, this has an attack power of 25.92, damn, with a cooldown of 12 seconds. Most of her cooldowns are low as hell for this build, so you're gonna be able to smack people with these things a lot. This isn't an area attack skill, so keep that in mind. So much like Astolfo's Spear, how it has that radius it hits, this is the same way. There's multiple skills like that, but I'm just constantly using that. Plus, if you can't tell, I like using Astolfo references because, yeah, that's the best I could come up with at the time, mainly because I remember the moves. So, what's so nice about this is, besides the amazing power, this is where my build really comes to play. Because what this is going to do is, it's going to gather every enemy around you, and then it's gonna fucking summon a tornado that's made of fire, and it's gonna hurt everybody in that area. And yes, I mean exactly what I said. It's gonna hurt everyone. It'll hurt your opponent, it'll hurt the aggressors, it will hurt whoever the hell's in that circle. It'll hurt Jeanne, it will hurt our ruler, it will hurt the player using it. And it's like, Retro, what the fuck are you doing? You're killing me, man. I'm gonna have to build up some good defense or something to go and counteract this so I can keep using it with no, con. And soon you'll understand what I'm doing with this. So, it's a very good weapon, and it's very useful, actually. I found some really good use off of, Hold on, I'm reading something real quick. Oh shit, yeah. Anyways, what time is it? It's Q12, alright. Hold on, guys. Sorry, this is so unprofessional. Fuck off, Wii Video. I ditched your ass a long time ago. I found somebody else. Alright, let's see. Just now. When does it? I'm trying to remember. Alright, 3:30. Alright, sorry about that. When that thing popped up, I wanted to, you know, see what that was, so, yeah. But, no, you're gonna quickly see what I'm doing here. The next skill is Shining Ring of Promise. You're gonna pretty much shoot a giant light. You're gonna shoot light in front of you. That's all this is. It's a cooldown of 1439, or 8 attack power of 1439, and a cooldown of 9 seconds. As you can tell with the last 3 skills, decent power, low cooldown, which is exactly what I'm looking for here. And because of this, it's one of those things like, you know, you got that going on. So it's like, okay, we have those going. Okay, a lot of power, low cooldown. What's this mean, Retro? You're not making sense. Why are you choosing sacrificial skills like this? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you'll see real quickly that what I'm doing after I explain the last skill. So it's a very useful skill. It's a very quick and easy skill to use. And this is a burst attack skill. I know I said that. But no, I know I didn't say that. Pretty much, it's just one of those simple moves. It's not too hard to use. It's decent power. It's of all the other attack skills and stuff, you know. I decided that was the best. Although you would think, what about the Flag of Protection? Again, I'm not too much for counterattacks and stuff like that. That's not my forte. And then, you know, like, my lord, send us your judgment. You're right, that does have some decent stuff, but the attack power and cooldown, that's not what we're aiming here for. Like, it's a good skill, I've used it, but that's not what this build requires. The last one is another ruler class skill, is yet another area attack skill, and this is going to rain down numerous arrows in front of you, dealing 23.4 damage with a cooldown of 11 seconds. So, and you're like, okay, cool. And I'm thinking, and you know, you're probably thinking, okay, you got the last skill. What the fuck is this mean? What does this mean? So, with those skills, let's go over to the install skills. This is not the right setup, but this is just me messing around, honestly. But as you can tell, I have something going on here. Let's just discard all these. By now, if you've been watching these guides or whatever, you already know, you know, attack skills, and then defense, and support skills. But before I continue on with the guide, I'm going to go and make this clear. Every Saturday, at this time, like, no matter where you're at, it is 2 o'clock right now, because that's the time it is, but, usually I would do this at 3 o'clock, 3:30, you know, every Saturday. However, because I set my event, PvP event, so that there's a battle right afterwards, so that, you know, everyone could see, you know, Jeanne in action. Guaranteed, you know, that's what that is. But every day, every Saturday, for anyone, there will always be a guide Saturday. Until, you know, we've run out of characters, and then you're like, hey, Retro, this guy didn't work for me, you know. Nero, I don't like it, you know, having a tank Nero. Do you mind, you know, having a supportive variation of her? Then I will go back for that request and remake the guide. And, you know, I would specifically label it, I will not relabel my original guide. That's good. That's gonna stay the same. But with this, it's gonna be like, for example, it's gonna be how to Nero, and then maybe I might put, you know, parentheses, defensive, and then, you know, put the rest of the name, or retake the entire name of the original video, but at the end put defensive, so you know which one you're going after. But every Saturday at around this time, or, you know, at 3, I will have a guide running every Saturday. Any extra guides as well as extra guides, so you're welcome. And then right afterwards, I will have a event going on to where if anyone wishes to come in to fight, just come on, let's fight. So I just want to throw that out there so you got that now, and yeah, so you already know about all that. So without further ado, let's get on. So you like, okay, these attack skills. You already stated in your previous guide, where the fuck's my martial blessing at? You already stated in your previous guide, martial blessing, always. Like, it's literally, like, I said it once, I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it. The active skills is what makes the servant the servant. Without that, they ain't shit. It's just look-wise. So without these skills they use, you might as well just think of it as another thing. Like, Resident Evil Revelations 2, the raid mode, you have like different characters like Barry and Claire, but initially the only difference is their gun and their voice. That's it. Or the only difference between them besides your loadout is looks and voice, all cosmetical things and stuff like that, and how things played out, where, you know, the weapons and stuff, that's that. So I just wanted to give an example of what I meant by that. So that's why I'm constantly running martial blessing, unless if I state otherwise. Expect it to be obvious as hell. So martial blessing is definitely going to be the next one of ours. Next, we're going to have AT Fire. As flame, actually. Increases attack power against flame enemies. Because she has a high, you know, bits of fire. And, you know, I like that because quite a few of her moves are Purification, and Purification means fire, and fire is, yeah. So, that explains that and why I chose that for her. And I also had the idea of putting Frost on her. And that is going to make sense, but don't put Frost on her yet. After, like, I have two separate builds, and I'm debating on which one I should use. They're pretty much the same. The only difference is one supports off Frost as well, where the other one does not. So depending on how this is going to go, I might make a combination of them both, but still. You might think Spirit Slayer, because she's always going up against you know, other servants like in the anime, but no, that's not what we're going here, and I have too many of these damn things. No, the next thing is Heart of Fairies. Increase attack power of normal attacks when HP is under 30%. Retro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, now with this skill, I will tell you, a lot of her moves actually dock away her health. Like, some of her active skills, you don't need to be hit by another player to go and be tagged. Like, it will take chunks of health off of you. That's why I said the defense is important, because without that defense, more health will be taken off her, and she'll go down like a ton of potatoes. You know, that's what we're going after. I'm going after here is, you know, the lower, like, because I'm doing a bunch of sacrificial moves, I am going, like, I put a lot more thought. Like, her drive skill also takes health away from her, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of what she does takes health away from her, and that's not the best thing, you know. And people's like, oh, we should just get more health items and defense, and no, that's not the goal. Now, I am going to actually step away from my controller while yeah, I'm going to step away from my controller after I explain the rest of this. Natural Body. Because Natural Body is just going to increase attack power with your regular attacks. Now, that is going to boost up, however much, with the fairies, which is going to increase that even more. So your regular attacks are doing, you know, 30% at the very least, and no, it's 48% more damage when your health is under 30. Plus, with my Natural Body equipped, is going to be equaling out to a total of 58.1, and that's just with a weak ass Natural Body like I have, because I'm too lazy. So the next one was questionable on what to do. And Supreme Strike is the next skill. You're like, Retro, you usually don't do that. Why? Because if... I'll explain this skill once you see her Noble Phantasm. Once you see the Noble Phantasm, and once I perform it for you, I'll explain why I added this. Oops. But from there, that's all we're gonna have. There was a plan to have Bravery in the game, or in the set, but no. We are not having no defense skills. None at all. That's right, we are not increasing my defense with shit. Why? Because I'm making her to go and pretty much just hurt everything. Like, if it means she wins, she don't give a shit. So, we're gonna add Imperial Privilege Ruler. Increased attacks for area attack skills. And then I'm going to clarify this with my active skills. We have a 2 different area attacks. Then we got a burst and then a rush. So, with that in mind, I just wanted to show you that just so you know where I'm coming from. We're going to add either a rider or a lancer. Either one would work because they're both the same thing, but I'm going to choose a Imperial Rider. Mainly because I like riders. So, and then finally our last one, and that is, the last one was tricky, but I decided, based off of everything, Mana Recovery. Why add Mana Recovery? Because I want to use her drive skill as much as possible during this entire thing. It's a very flashy skill set, and by that I mean I'm just being funny because the Flash, the DC superhero, he has red and yellow all over him, so I was being funny with a stupid pun. So I'll be right back, guys. I need to check on food and shit, so yeah, I told you I started cooking something before this guy, so yeah, I'll be right back. Look at these stats, study these so you understand what's going on. You see her unique skills as well, and you know, you could be like, why aren't you doing nothing like that? Because half these don't even matter. They're all just characteristics to her. That's from the anime. That's it. The only one that might have any use is magic resistance, and even then, this is just a balls out, I'm gonna hurt you. That's how I play Jeanne. That's the best way I have found with how she is the best method I have found so far. But then again, I'm also gonna go through to make multiple ways to fight with her. So I just wanted, this is just how I usually play as her, and this is what I usually would recommend. So I'll give you a second to study these, and yeah. I'm so sorry about that, guys. That took way too much time. Oh, so sorry about that. No, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much the general gist of this, actually. That's what makes it so... that I made her to where she's just a powerhouse. Although it says she's defensive and shit like that, and even in the anime she's more defensive, I turned her into a powerhouse over anything. Because she's extremely strong in the anime itself, and she does a lot of sacrificial items or things, and you know, she pretty much tries to sacrifice herself pretty much all the damn time, I swear to goodness. It's pretty much, I go to sacrifice, you do what you're doing, and I'm like, you know what, because of that, I'm taking that feature instead of the defensive, wise, let's play defensive. I'm just going for a full-blown offense with this build. And that's the lovely part about this, and this, where, like, I'll also post off the defensive build as it, and I will label it. It's just, first and foremost, this is what I go with. So, going next, we will quickly, I will quickly go over the next items we need. First, we are taking off the extra FL, and we're gonna go down and, fuck, the fuck, I don't remember getting all these. I need to sell some of these, I swear I do. But anyways, no, the next thing we're gonna need is the, we're replacing the FL with the, devil skill a bit, cause, yeah, it's the devil skill. Then we're going to take the, Imperial Rider and the Martial Blessing off. And we're gonna tag those on there. Oops. And there, we just cleared up one spot. And look at that, we got a natural body, and guess what? Lancer has a natural body and a rush attack. So move that over and look at how much more space we're getting, or how much more we have to us. Next, Imperial Ruler, it's a given, because if I'm gonna have the Imperial Ruler on it, then might as well just take the double skill on there. Come on, it don't take rocket science as soon as I can find it. I was up here. Now this is also gonna have Guardian of the Moon, which, if you haven't guessed already, increases more power during drive time, which is exactly what we're looking for. Next, if I'm not mistaken, look at that. So, oh, Spirit Slayer and Fairies. This is where I'm like, nah. The two attack skills we see right here, we're gonna keep those. There's no need to change it. And the final thing we're gonna add here is we are just going back over to, and we're just gonna add a little more defense. Remember, this is a double skill build where the last one is not. So if you have not beat the game, those are the skills I recommend. Where this one, these are, if you have the double skill, this is what I recommend. So, and with the double skill, what the fuck is it? Obstinate and Magic Resist this time. That's right, Obstinate and Magic Resist, not Anti-Hero and Magic Resist, just Obstinate. Although, you know, you could have any of the above. The reason why I'm doing this instead of the Anti-Hero is simply because, you know, it's the best idea. Although you would think I would choose Obstinate with the Spirit Dust, the reason why I'm not doing that is because once you revive, you're full health anyways, from what I've realized. And that's exactly what we're going. And we don't care about life because we're going to continuously chew at it. So, next, although I will say, if you don't like the lightning, find something that's more of your fatigue, or, you know, more of your thing, like flame if you want. But I'm just going to have, actually, I'm just going to take Magic Resist and Institution instead. I misread my writing, actually. I was looking at the wrong page because it's side by side, and I just looked at the wrong page. Shut up. But no, Magic Resist is one of her things. Plus, the Institution may nullify all damage. So if I'm going to take a little bit of damage, I mean, I might as well just take that random ass chance. And from here, this is where the entire thing ends. This is it. There's nothing more to her. And then the costumes. I will view the Holy Maiden, you know, her base outfit from the original anime. Good stuff. No, I've always turned it this way. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. But very nice, and yep, just it's a great outfit. The only difference is if you look close enough, you could actually look up her damn dress thing, and yeah, you could be a pervert, but we're not getting into that. Her unlockable outfit, which I was not too fond of, but at the same point I am. I just wish they removed the helmet, and I would wear this significantly more, but you know, from there, yeah. Plus, you know, a little fun fact, or a little Easter egg, Kingdom Hearts, you know, the same heart that Kingdom Heart uses is right there. So, ta-da. And although, yes, it's hard to see with this one, you can still see up her skirt here, too. But, yeah, no, I like the outfit, it's just the helmet ruins it. I don't personally, like the outfit, but still, or the helmet. Her DLC costume, these cool and sporty, very lovely. And very casual, actually. I love this outfit. I would run it, but, you know. Actually, I've run all of these outfits. And then finally, the Black Elegance, which, you know, for a Holy Maiden and a Saint, she has some scandalous panties. But, you know, it seems, you know, legit, but no, very scandalous outfit. Although, yes, I'm running this one right now. I use this almost all the time, so I'm just gonna, shit, I'll just run, there we go, I'll just run that one. And then the Mystic Code I recommend using, because I'm going all offensive with her, you might just suggest the Ruler. And, you know, I'll equip the Ruler. The Ruler was, of my builds, I did put the Ruler Relic down, because, you know, it has the defense and the attack up there, but that's exactly what we're looking for. You get speed and power, which is pretty much everything I give two shits about. But, you know, from there, it's like, what else to do? And pretty simple. You may be like, you know what, why not, you know, and you got, you know, those install skills, but then again, I'm not looking at install skills while I'm doing this, as a reminder. Instead, we're going with the Berserker Relic. Complete opposites. She's completely defensive, but we're going completely offensive here. The reason why I'm choosing the Berserker is it just has a time reduction instead of defense, and the time reduction instead of the the shield, the defense, like I said. And then you have instead of speed, you got range, which is really nice actually, and you know, it feels more legit. Plus, on top of that, you have mana recovery, independent action, and you also have Imperial Privilege. You have a Bravery on there, which I was, in fact, thinking about having a Bravery in my build, but I'm like, no, that's not. It works either way, but Berserker also has an area attack stuff, so that is exactly what we're taking as Berserker, and that's what we're going with here. But from that, I mean, Jeanne is very fun to play with, and I'm going to show you exactly why I made her completely offensive instead of defensive, because with most of the moves she has, she definitely, I feel the defense is unneeded with her power. So, yep. Let's see, it is Flag of Purification. I think this is the move. No, it's one of these moves. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Shit, no, one of these moves hurt the player. It must be that one. No? No, it must be one of the moves. Or I'm just getting hit during the action, but, besides the point. Or it may only work when there's enemies around. I don't even know anymore. But if I'm not mistaken, she actually does have skills that will hurt her, so I just forgot which ones are which. To assume I'm even packing them, but I may very well have been getting hit by somebody, but yeah, I really don't give a shit. You can still, I mean, it's still a good, I still recommend using this shit. Get out of my way, bitch. You pissed me off in PvP, so I'm beating your ass here. Give me the money. Jeez. I know I don't need it, but I'm greedy. Shut up. Yay! I love that. So let's... Die. I hate you. Get out of here. Fucking caster. So I'm a little rusty because I haven't played this as much as I was when I was platinuming it, but Hippogriff, look at that. I haven't heard that in I don't know how long. Fuck off. Right here. This should damage. Yep. I knew it. No, that move right there damaged Jeanne. That's where I got confused with some of her moveset. I thought it was like an actual move, but I did in fact know she did have some that hurt her. But, you know. And I will not use my Noble Phantasm quite yet. Yes, I have full opportunity to do it. Just trust my judgment when I say I'm not doing it yet. It's not the best time to do it. You're like, but it's a Noble Phantasm. You can just easily get it back. That may be true. Oh, hey, how's it going? I didn't know Nero was with us. If you can't tell, I am also wearing a bunch of summer clothing right now because it's summertime. Come on. That's the reason why I chose to wear this outfit instead of the black elegant. It's because of the outfit. Because it's just a season. That's initially just it. Plus, she looks badass. Plus, it's funny to smack someone with a flag. Oh, I have a sword. No, well, I got a flag. No, as you can tell, she's going down massively on health, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm not gonna heal her. This is why I told you that I'm going full offensive. Her Noble Phantasm. Instant defeat. You use her Noble Phantasm, you instantly die. Instantly. You have to revive her, so it's like, oh shit. That's what makes her so complex, is you can't just Noble Phantasm like the rest. Although she can be played as a normal servant, yes, she does have a lot of skills that actually can backfire on her. That's what makes her so much harder to play with, is, you know, she's not gonna play out like the rest of them. She's gonna, you know, she's gonna hurt herself in the process. She's a very sacrificial player. That's why you don't see her too much in PvP, is she's a great fucking character to use. Like, I kid you not. But she's a very offensive. Plus, she's really good with game combos. I'm just gonna blow things up again and just hurt myself. And here, you can see almost full bar of health. My Noble Phantasm. Bam! Instant death. So, look, 2 Noble Phantasms in a row. I'm down to 1 command seal. And if you mess up any time in between, it's useless. That's why the game tells you, like, tutorial. I also do know it is right... Where is it? It is... Where the fuck is it? Right here. Jeanne's Noble Phantasm. Once activated, she will use up all her strength. So use it wisely. And it's no joke, it uses up everything. Your entire life bar. Because in the anime, if you don't remember, she kills herself. That's pretty much what she does. She kills herself to beat, or to try to beat Amatus, or Shiro, because fuck saying his actual name. And yeah, she failed. So, and because, you know, I'm down to only 1 command seal, I don't recommend just wasting it willingly, because yeah. Die, bitch. Just die! But that is why I made it to where the lower her health is, the better. Because then she gets even stronger because she's gonna just continuously hurt herself. And the more she gets hurt, the better. So, since she's already gonna hurt herself, you might as well just add stuff to make her stronger while she hurts herself. And she does a sexy pose! Imagine if she's in lingerie. Plus, you know, total damage, it will not do very well with that, so. Oops. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. But that is exactly why I built, Jeanne D'arc the way I did, because I knew how much of a, tank she was, or she could be a high damage, but she can also do a lot of damage to herself. So I'm like, that's what makes her so hard, is I'm like, it's not the servant, it's the fact that, you know, if done incorrectly, you just forfeited the entire game. Whether it's offline play or online play. Online play is not as bad, but then again, I haven't played as her online because it's much harder to do it online. So, let me, I'm gonna quickly swap out my two fun levels here, and yep. But yeah, that is exactly why I told you about fighting with her like the way she is, because she's very tough to use. And time for the PvP section of everything. That's a PvP. So, worst comes to worst, guys, I will not, if I can't find an opponent, then actually stream her fight in the upcoming, in about a half an hour for her whatchamacallit. So let's quick match. I probably won't find nobody. Search for a room. You know my usual thing, just search nothing. And I'll just create the room. Now, this being said, I'm gonna go over, if no one's in here while, I make this, then, you know, tough luck. So, I'm gonna change out the Stelfo to Jeanne D'arc. Alright, so, I'm gonna use the same exact moves I use in, campaigns. So, bam, Flag of Steel, Fires of Purification, Shining Ring of Promise, and then Arrows of Light. The Flag of Steel does 14 damage with a 10-second cooldown. The Fires of Purification does 19.20 with a 13-second cooldown. The Shining Ring of Promise does a 12-second damage with a 10-second cooldown. And then you got the Arrows of Light, which does a 19.20 with a 12-second cooldown. I won't, like, there's no need to re-explain each of the damn moves, so. Next, we have, well, besides my base attire, we're gonna come down and we're gonna edit the name of this. Jeanne D'arc. There, and I will make sure to spell it correctly this time, or to put the capitalization where it needs to be. So first we're gonna put in Imperial Ruler. And because these aren't the same things, it's like, oh geez, this is gonna be much tougher. And because I'm also gonna put in an Imperial Rider. So we got our area base, now we got our rush attacks. And actually, I'm gonna take that out, and I'm replacing that with a Berserker. I don't care about boosting up the rush attacks, because rush attacks, I don't think they work online as well as they do offline. The rush attack is where you just have to spam off your square button on, you know, on like PlayStation. Next is gonna be mana recovery, and then depending on how you wish to play it, you could have reduced earth, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm going to have Supreme Strike. It instantly, like, Supreme Strike don't matter online as much unless they're in drive skill, but that's that. We're gonna have a Bravery on us. we're going to increase Guardian of the Moon, Fairies, Martial Blessing, Natural Body. And actually, I'm going to replace that with Spirit Slayers. Very simple move. We're going to have, I'm going to read the list. Imperial Privilege Ruler, Imperial Privilege Berserker, Mana Recovery. Those are going to be our support skills. And then we will have no sort of defense, only offense and support. Our offense is going to be Bravery, Natural Body, H, Spirit Slayer, and then Martial Blessing with the PRT of Fairies, which, don't ask me what that stands for, I have no idea. This is pretty much a lesser variation of the offline play with a few, changes to support online play. Next, I would recommend, because she goes down fast, since the goal is to go offensive with her at times, the War Tested, the Fairy Bandages, the Flag of Victory, and the Shield of Protection, I will not use those for this build. And oops. Instead, I plan on using, I will say, the Ceremonial Sword of War. Because, like I said, I'm going all out Berserker mode with a ruler. And again, I'm wearing my cool and sporty. Because it's summertime. So, yeah. And no one is here, so in about half an hour, guys, I'm going to, or in a little bit, I'm not saying time estimates. I'm going to go and set up the PvP match, and I will see you guys then. And if you wish to see Jeanne's fight, it will be in that next stream shortly. So, thank you guys so much for coming in to learn something. I hope you did learn something, and I hope I honestly helped you get somewhere with Jeanne, because she is a bitch to learn. Like, it took me a minute to figure out this entire build. I'm like, a light bulb, like the light bulb with that head. The second it started going in, no, it just blew up instantly. Like, instead of lighting up, it just blew up. The entire thing, base included. Not just the bulb, but the entire thing blew up. Just, nope, fuck off. I'm like, damn. So, no, she was complex to learn, and I enjoyed this build. Clearly, it's very useful and very easy to do, and, because of how aggressive it is, it doesn't give your opponent too much of a time to attack you. So your defense doesn't matter as much. Plus, even if they do hit you, you already have a high defense. With a 126, huh? Someone's here. This is gonna be interesting. I did not expect. Oh, last minute join. Alrighty then. It looks like we're gonna have a little more fun than I thought. But yeah, that's pretty much the goal here. Is I did not actually expect any of this. So that's as simple as Jeanne goes, because her defense is pretty alright, to begin with. I'm like, you know what? Offense, offense, offense. Although it's not exactly what people would recommend because of her sacrificial parts, I decided to use the sacrificial parts to my benefit, and that's exactly what I plan on doing here. So this battle will not take, hopefully, too long. The classic rule of, keeping the fight even. I like having everyone, mirror matching. I only chose Charlemagne because actually, hold on. Hold on, I have an idea, What if, that's 3. Hold on. I have an idea. Shut up. Give me a minute. Damn it, I was gonna make a whole Apocrypha fight, but damn it. Wait, hold on. Actually, hold up. It's my session. Hold on. Let's make this a little funsy. Give it a little funsies. Oops. I'm gonna have a little fun with this. And who's gonna be the last one? Who's gonna be the last one? No, we don't have shit. We don't have nobody else to use. Bam! Fuck off. Yeah, throw another ruler in here. Yeah. Suck it, game. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna shut down my computer because at this point there's no point. I explained everything and went over everything I need to go over. Now it's time to just go and grab a beer and kick some rear. The only reason why I threw Jeanne back in is honestly because I didn't know who else to put in there, and I wanted a Apocrypha theme, so fuck all you. Also, on PvP, I'm actually gonna say fuck defense even more, sacrifice even more. Damn. See, this is why I said brute power for her. I'm also not sure if using her Noble Phantasm, if she won't, you know, not get up, but come back to the fight more. And oh, there's a rider class. Yeah, fuck it. There's a rider. You deal with that. Damn, I getting caught. Damn it, they are gangbanging me, shit. I know I'm going complete, oh fucking hell. Damn it, no! Man, I'm not very good with her though. I will say, because of how she's so she's different to use. Because of the skill set, it's much harder to go and predict and plan ahead on how to use her. So, there's that. Damn it! I just got smacked. Oh, come on, 7 seconds. Come on, we're getting our ass handed to us. We are getting our ass handed to us bad, actually. Like, I did not anticipate losing this bad. Alright. We need to do something to get everything back. Damn, that just broke my entire guard. Okay, I don't have time. I don't expect to be able to win this not this late in the game. Man, this took less time than I thought it would. Oh, man. If I'm going down doing something cool or badass. If I'm going down, I'm going to side. I'm doing a kamikaze here. The only difference is, you know, I'm not Lancelot. I can't just, you know, land on my feet after all this bullshit. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Sacrifice! Sacrifice! This is so stupid. Of all the things I plan on doing, I run into battle just to pull this out of my ass. And I'm also kind of curious, what would this do to me? Is it still gonna beat me? Yep, okay. Oh, that's cool. That's something I've never seen pop up before. At least her cooldown is not as high because it's a sacrificial thing. That was so worth it. I don't care, that was so worth it. Man, this was a horrifying defeat, but hey, got somewhere. Plus, I think some of the problem is once you start feeling the vibe or start feeling momentum, that's where she gets much easier to use. But if you don't have no momentum, she's good as gone, actually. I'm gonna hurt myself to kill you. Come here. Oh man. Oh, that's game. Come on. Come on. Hit it. No. Get out of my circle. I mean, luckily because of her sacrificial skill, I don't think they run out of the time isn't ridiculously long. Oh, that was funny. That was well worth it. Fuck you. I clearly did better. Go suck a dick. Alright. But yeah, guys, as you can tell, she's more fun than serious, I would think. Like, I have had more fun trying to fight her or play as her than, you know, trying to win as her. For some servants, like, if you care to get the title, you know, just go private match for it. But she's, if you want a tough challenge on how to win, here you go. So I hope you guys, enjoyed the guide, and I hope this actually boosts your ability to play as Jeanne, because she is a total bitch to play as, by the way. But I mean, oof, she was fun. At the very least, she's one of those funsy type of deal. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, don't I actually have more customization now? No, I mean, damn, I've lost just as much. I've lost more than I've won. Damn, I need to fix that. As you can tell, I'm not too much the PvP type. I don't care too much about winning, so. But then again, I mean, some of these other people, all they do is like offline matches, because it's hard to find people on here. So I will go and definitely be back later, guys, on the stream. I was invited to something, so I will go and do that in about, I would say, about 10-ish, 15-ish minutes. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I will come back on, but I will see you guys in a few to start off this fun little PvP.